It's a case of spy versus spy. This time it involves the State Security Agency's former Domestic Director General, Advocate Mahlodi Muofhe, and the Inspector General of Intelligence, Setlhomamaru Dintwe. Muofhe is suing Dintwe for claiming that the former spy falsified his qualifications. Muofhe is seeking a 500,000 damages. Let's speak to him now about this legal action. Good afternoon and thank you very much for your time, Advocate. We understand that you are forging ahead and suing Inspector General Dintwe for claims that you falsified your qualifications. Just take us back to the genesis of this matter before we deal with the form of recourse.
Good afternoon to your viewers. Well, the genesis of it really is that I was shocked. I think, it was during the week I was in my office, and then people started calling me to tell me that the Inspector General, Dr. Dintwe, was on eNCA and talking about the fact that he had received an anonymous complaint that I falsified my qualifications, and he is accordingly investigating that is investigating me. Basically, I had no notice prior. He didn't tell me, as per protocol, that and collegiality really, that he could have just called me and asked me about my qualifications, because we work in the same space.
Mm-hmm. And that never happened. Then to the motions court aspect. You are seeking a declaratory order that Dintwe violated your constitutional right to human dignity. Good and well. The motions court can in fact deal with that. But the damages matter is almost similar to that of Trevor Manuel's against the EFF, if you remember. It was sent back to the High Court for leading of oral evidence and reconsideration of that amount of 500,000. So your matter currently, is it in two parts, where you'll conclude the declaratory aspect in the motions court, then commence with the trial for leading of evidence for the damages aspect? How will it work?
Well, I wouldn't really want to delve in the matter as it is. We are currently litigating, and it will be premature for us to start litigating publicly. Safe just to confirm that indeed I'm taking action against the Inspector General for the claims he made against me.
It's not really to delve into the merits, Advocate. I just wanted to speak on the platform. That if we're going to the motions court, because immediately when I saw the papers, I looked and it was in the motions court, and I quickly remembered that if it's just for the declaratory order, yes, of course, they can deal with that. But the other aspect of the 500, one would assume it needs the leading of oral evidence. But you say at this point you cannot divulge exactly how you'll be handling that aspect of the 500,000 in constitutional damages. Is that it?
Well, yeah, I remember instructed my attorneys to deal with the matter, and I think it would be unprofessional for me to start talking about the processes when in fact I've given them the mandate to act on my behalf.
Okay. No, understandable. And then beyond that, we actually forgot to state that you were, in fact, found to have the qualifications. And you say that you took exception, if I take you a bit back, you took exception to the fact that here you were colleagues and Mr. Dintwe could have reached out to you and you'd have innocently just presented those qualifications to him, but he never took the initiative to actually pick up the phone and call you before the legal action. Had you actually spoken to him and asked why the decision to go to the media when you were always accessible?
Yes, remember, I I was the head of domestic intelligence and security agency. It's a very sensitive position, and it's a position which South Africans expect to be held by a properly qualified person, knowing that he knows what he is doing. But if they were all of a sudden to watch in the media, especially the eNCA, that I'm being investigated, and what was really surprising was that even eNCA journalists came to me. I showed them my qualifications, but regardless of that, they still decided to air Dintwe's views.
No, it's very unfortunate, but at least at this point you are given that opportunity, and we'll just be following closely how that matter unfolds in court. Thank you very much. That's Mr. Mahlodi Muofhe there on his lawsuit against Dintwe.